Ralph, same disposition as yesterday. You had the Knicks in here, not a good team, 12-30 game.
29, they are 7th in the West. Half game up on San Antonio starting.
T7M Radio brings to you the best of 7 sports talk with 7 Mitchell.
Let's get into the NBA, man. We talking about LeBron James, man. Let's talk about LeBron and the Cavaliers. Was leaving Cleveland a mistake? You know, we not even a whole year out, you know what I'm saying? But looking at what he left and what he's facing now, KB, do you think that LeBron leaving Cleveland was a mistake?
I think LeBron has been exposed. I think LeBron James, literally, I think LeBron James has been exposed. He was the king of the East. You know, he's just somebody out west.
Wow.
He's just somebody out
That's
west.
so disrespectful.
He's the man out west.
That's ridiculous,
He's just
KB.
somebody out west.
KB, that's ridiculous.
Listen,
LeBron not still
Kobe
averaging? Don't do this. Let's not compare Kobe. This is what we're going to do.
All right, look, we're not going to talk about Kobe then. We're not going to talk about Kobe.
Is LeBron not averaging 28, 8, and 8 right now?
Yeah, but
in
he's
the
not
West
playing no defense.
Oh,
he is not playing no defense.
I'll give you
dog.
that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yo, I know you seen the post on the page where you seen the clip of Kyle Kuzma having to push LeBron out there to go try to defend a three-pointer.
Let me tell you something,
LeBron
KB.
don't defend no shot.
Let me tell you something, KB. And Shannon Sharp hit it on the head this morning. If I was LeBron, him and me and Kyle will have some type of conversation, man. Don't ever push me again like that. I don't give a hell what the hell is going on. Don't ever push me again like that. We ain't doing that. Because there's been plenty of times that Kyle Kuzma act like he done had cement in his shoes and ain't played defense. That whole ball club is poor when it come to defense. You know, that was a bad look, though. I'm not going to lie.
LeBron is constantly at it. He's supposed to be the leader. You setting a bad tone every game by never playing no defense. LeBron defense became so bad, like they're making clips of how bad LeBron's defense is after every game on Facebook.
4 things.
I work at night, so literally I be seeing every sports, outlet posting and recording, showing how bad LeBron's defense is. He's just sitting there watching them score, and then when they score on him, you look at a teammate and start yelling at them.
A lot of times, man, like I said, the whole team collapsed. We're not going to put 100% on this blame on LeBron James. I cannot believe, KB, as a Lakers fan, that we're going to do this today. I wasn't expecting this energy.
Man, I love the Lakers, but the thing is that, listen, Kobe, no matter what stage in his career, he was setting the tone out there for trying to be the strike first guy, to show you that, you know what I'm saying, look, I'm out here, I'm in this with y'all, no matter what the score going to be, I'm out here playing my hardest. LeBron don't do that. LeBron sit there, LeBron be expecting to win because he been winning so long in the East. It's not like that out the West. You in a whole nother league out there. Most of the best players in the NBA is in the Western Conference.
You had to bring up Kobe's name.
So, you know.
You had to bring his name up. You had to bring up Kobe's name.
It's the truth, though. LeBron don't set, man, just like when LeBron had to play his heart out against Eastern Conference teams, the way he playing now, he could slide by and glide by in the East. That's cool and all that.
Well, check this
out.
Check this out, KB. Getting back to him, whether leaving Cleveland is a mistake or not, I want to break this thing down in 4 categories real quick. I'm not even going to hold the people up with this, but when it comes to off-court status, his off-court status, do you think it was a good decision for him to go to L.A.? Or should he have stayed in Cleveland?
I think that's what he cares more about right now in this stage in his career. He cares more about the movies, the documentaries, the TV shows. He's preparing. He came to L.A. for life after basketball. Basketball is secondary to him right now.
When it comes to like family and friends, do we really owe them? Do you like?
Can I tell y'all my take on this shit? I be like, yo, I don't owe nobody shit. Who you gonna please?
Of course.
I tell people, if you give your cousin $10,000, you get what you gonna get your aunt? You gonna get your aunt 20 because she babysitted you? Then what you gonna get your grandma?
My number 2 category is his legacy, his basketball legacy. Do you think that his legacy will take a hit going to L.A., or he would have been better off basketball-wise staying in Cleveland?
LeBron in L.A. is like Jordan with the Wizards. Right now, that's what it's looking like.
Wow, you are that is ridiculous.
Listen, the jury. All right, I won't go that far. I'll say the jury's still out, depending on what Magic Johnson can do, because most of this is Magic's fault too. It's only really two people you could blame for all of this. It's LeBron and it's Magic.
Well, we're going to actually talk about that in a couple minutes here on the Best of 7 Sports Talk. Who's more to blame for the tobacco that's went down in Los Angeles? Will it be Magic or LeBron? You and I are going to bust it down when it comes to that. Well, let me ask you this. You know, the desire for stars to play with LeBron. Do you think that more stars would have want to play with LeBron if he would have stayed in Cleveland? Because it seems like nobody wants to come out there and play with him right now.
The guy everybody wants to play with right now in the league is Steph Curry. Facts or not facts? Everybody wants to play with Steph Curry right now.
Not to me. Not why Steph and not LeBron? LeBron can do everything that Steph can do except for shoot.
Because, like I said 3 episodes ago, the league history has always been about riding the wave. It's always been like that, my dude. Listen, we can go back to the fucking 70s. Why did Will Chamberlain go to the Lakers? Why did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar go to the Lakers? Why did Bob McAdoo go to the Lakers? Why did Dennis Johnson go to the Celtics? Why did Bill Walton go to the Celtics?
Why did Shaq go to the Lakers?
Why did Dennis Rodman go to the Bulls? That's what I'm saying. The teams love anybody when you start winning and you start getting hot. While all them people all of a sudden became free agents, started getting older and started keep going to the Spurs to go try to win championships. Like, that's what I'm saying. People ride the wave in the NBA. They get as much as they can individually, and then when they start getting older, they be like, oh, shit, let me go get this ring. And then they go go hop on the team and go try to get them a ring, unless they already been that person who has been the man already, and he's the one that gets drained, and everybody is riding that man's wave, so that they can get them chips off that man. So that's the NBA always been like that. Check the championships. Check the rosters.
My thing about it is
it's facts.
My thing about it is, I think that LeBron, realistically, going to LA, going to the Lakers, playing for the purple and gold was a great move. But I just don't think that he anticipated having to deal with this. This is worse than Cleveland. This is worse than Cleveland last year. Like, I know the guys are young, but to me, this is just worse than Cleveland. And my last category when it comes to whether him leaving Cleveland was a mistake, he signed a 4-year deal with L.A. If you look at Cleveland, they're not winning a bunch of games, but you can see the chemistry that they got. They look like they happy playing with each other. In these 4 games, KB, in these 4 years, KB, who do you think is more likely to get a championship or get close to getting a championship? Cleveland out the East, or LeBron still with the Lakers in the West?
Cleveland not getting nobody, so it's always going to be the Lakers.
Okay.
Cleveland not getting nobody. Cleveland is in the top 5 bottom teams in the league right now. They not going nowhere. They got Colin Sexton. J.R. Smith is in shambles. Nobody knows where he's at. He's not even allowed to go back to the team. Kevin Love hasn't played damn near all year. Tristan Thompson is more on TMZ than he is on the court. And Jordan Clarkson is just in the wind somewhere. So, Cleveland is in disarray right now. I don't think they'll ever get back to that level that they want to be on for probably like the next couple of years. They're going to have to get do what they did when they were scamming the draft, getting all them number 1 picks year after year after year when LeBron left.
Could you see LeBron, if he was still with Cleveland, going to the finals again for a 9th straight year, if he would have stayed in Cleveland?
Nah, I think he gets smoked out this year. It would, even if he stayed in the East, he would have the Raptors would have got him, or the Bucks would have got him. He wouldn't beat him this year. If he would have beat everybody else. If you still put LeBron on Cleveland, they beat everybody else except the Raptors and the Bucks, and maybe a tough series against Philly. Because those are only 3 teams that really can bang with Cleveland if they still had LeBron.
You think so?
But like I said, LeBron's fading talents. He's still great. Now let me not I'm not going to completely trash LeBron. He's still great, but his great is East great, not be a franchise player and carry a team West great in my 16th year type great. Nah, that's not happening. Why do you think Jordan stayed in the East?
His
he knew better.
his supporting cast though to me is still pathetic though. At least in Cleveland he had some shooters. These guys cannot knock down wide open shots, man. This is bad. This is a real bad look.
You got a whole bunch of ISO players. You got Brandon Ingram, ISO player. Kyle Kuzma, ISO player. Trying to be spot-up shooter, but it ain't working. Josh Hart, summer league, he was getting it, doing everything. Now he just been reduced to a three-point specialist, and he can do way more. Like, LeBron messed up a lot of team chemistry, too. And, he dominated the ball a lot. Last year, they was happier playing together. I think maybe the Lakers might have had a better record last year than they're going to end up with this year. Or somewhere close to it, or end up around the same mark.
You throwing more shade on LeBron today. You throwing more shade at KB. You throwing more and more shade. You making it seem like this is LeBron's fault.
Look at the numbers. Look at the losses. It's the team chemistry.
Rondo not even looking at Beverly.
Or should.
Now he does. He'll turn. Gallo. They're going to get a good look.
The team chemistry been messed
up, man. Where does Luke Walton fall at in this? They're not used to
losing the game, and then the main dude sitting up there.
Where does Coach Luke Walton fall into all this, KB?
Oh, it's Luke. Okay, if you were going to add anybody else to the fiasco, it's LeBron, Magic, and then you got Luke. I'm not blaming nobody else that playing on the Lakers. These is young dudes. And they were hoping that LeBron was going to come in and be leading the way, but you seen LeBron more on TV this year than you seen him in all any years of his career. He's all over everything. He's doing all too much media shit. He need to get in the gym. He might be working out, but he got to get in tune with these dudes. These are guys he's going to be running with unless the Lakers can do something, which Magic is failing at, is being a GM. The only thing he's done as a good GM was get LeBron, because he shouldn't have traded D'Angelo Russell. Because if they had kept D'Angelo Russell, they'd be better off. Because LeBron will have that other person that's guaranteed to get a bucket for him.
Well, we're gonna let the people decide, man.
Then got Kyle Kuzma regardless.
All right, we're gonna let the people decide in the comment section, man. T7M Radio, Best of 7 Sports Talk. Y'all let us know what y'all think about LeBron James leaving Cleveland. Was it a mistake? Overall, man, y'all let us know. Next up, man, we're gonna stick with the Lakers and LeBron James. As a matter of fact, we talked about blame. If we had a nice pie and we was giving out slices, who deserves more blame when it comes to the failures of the Lakers this year? LeBron James or Magic Johnson? KB, who are you giving more of the blame to when it comes between those two figures?
You gotta cut it in like I said, you gotta cut it in a triangle. You gotta give Luke a piece. Luke gets a piece. Magic gets a piece. I'm gonna break it down the reasons. Luke is because Luke I just want to stick to Magic and LeBron. I know that there's definitely plenty of pieces to go around, but between those two specifically, who gets more to blame? Magic didn't get the coach to create the system that LeBron James needed to succeed. Magic should have made this adjustment like 20 games into the season. Imagine if Mark Jackson was coaching the Lakers right now.
See the reach I'm talking about? That is incredible. Kuzma can't finish, but James most certainly can.
They would have figured it out. Luke was just, he got that job. He used to be a Laker. His dad was playing in the league. He sat in for Steve Kerr when he had that surgery and the Warriors went crazy and won a lot of games, but that wasn't him. That was the players on the court. Who can't put Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson out there and win a couple games? I could win 30 games in the beginning of the season with the Warriors right now. There has definitely been parts in this season that I've been a little bit disappointed in LeBron, but when I look at more to blame for what we've been looking at with the Lakers, I agree. I feel like Magic Johnson, because a lot of bad contracts. You got to also remember, Magic said that the Lakers didn't want this team to be like the Cleveland Cavaliers all over again for LeBron, but sure enough, LeBron found himself back in the ball dominant role. He don't have the shooters around him to space the floor. Magic was right. It wasn't like Cleveland all over again. The Lakers is actually ranked 22 in offensive efficiency this year.
There's so much more on LeBron's shoulders. I knew that I feel like I know going in, he knew that he was going to be dealing with some younger guys and he was going to have to help them grow. But this load is just, it's unbelievable. LeBron played with damn near 2 different teams last year in Cleveland. They had that big midseason trade. He played with 2 different teams last year and still was able, to get them boys to the finals. This right here, the way the team was put together doesn't even make sense. KB, is just crazy.
The absence of Lonzo Ball is critical.
And trust me, man, I don't think that we ever gonna see Lonzo Ball again this year. I think that's a wrap. He don't want to play for Coach Luke Walton, and I think LeVar got something to do with that.
Man, and that was another thing I was gonna say. You notice LeVar been trashing Luke Walton all season. He been trashing Luke Walton all season. Everybody knows it's Luke Walton. A lot of players don't really they can get along with the players, but they don't really want to play for him. They don't like his system. They don't believe in his coaching style. You got to get somebody in there who makes it work for everybody. And then on the low, I heard that they looking at Ty Lue next year.
I did see that. When it comes to the trade that didn't happen, LeBron was campaigning publicly for AD. Names had got leaked about who was going to be in the trade. Because a lot of people feel like that whole thing is really a big reason why the team is not playing well, because they felt like niggas didn't want them. So when it comes to the trade part, who do you blame more, LeBron or Magic? Their part that they played.
LeBron for being so vocal. LeBron should never have been so vocal about GM owner business.
Right.
Because that lets the players think that you got some type of drop on all them niggas. Like, I would feel some type of way. Like, hold up, how this nigga know all? He's my teammate. He ain't supposed to know what Magic and Pelinka talking about. That ain't none of his business. I know they might run it by him, but he ain't supposed to be expressing it every time somebody asks him a question. He got a direct answer for everything that these niggas ask him in the media.
You're right.
That ain't right.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at think of it like this. If you was in a place of business, right, and your coworker, your man at your job knew your ass was about to get fired, and he ain't say shit to you. But then when they start talking about you in the office, he like, oh yeah, I knew you was gonna get fired last week, man. Shit. How would you feel?
Sucker. Straight sucker.
So that's how they feel about LeBron, man. All right, so I'm going to get to this. Kyle Kuzma 2 nights ago said that something seems wrong with the Lakers and something is not right with the team. And then they asked LeBron immediately, right after Kyle Kuzma said it, about what Kyle Kuzma said. LeBron said, I don't think there's nothing wrong with the team. I think everything's fine. So, I think it might be a little something bubbling.
Well, the thing one of the things that's bubbling is that everything that LeBron is saying is being taken out of proportion in the last week and a half when it comes to the media. So it's like he's not trying to give no negative spin. He's done said more than enough this last 2 weeks when it comes to post-game interviews. LeBron James, we even talked about it yesterday on the show, how some things him and Kyrie has been saying that they are facts, but it should not be coming from them specifically. And, even though...
And so public.
Right. And so late into the season. You know what I mean? And I just find it hard to believe that LeBron didn't have nothing to do with this team being constructed.
I don't think... It's just a lot of bad contracts, man. Like...
But the contracts are gone. A lot of the contracts are done after this year. So, a lot of pieces will be removed. But... there's no desire to come over there.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're not gonna get no. They really fucked up by getting Paul George, man. Oh my God, Paul George MVP candidate right now this year.
Well, we also gonna let the people decide, man, who y'all think had more blame when it comes to the Lakers' failures, man. Magic Johnson or LeBron James? Let us know in the comment section, man. T7M Radio. This is the best of 7 Sports Talk. 7 Mitchell, man. Make sure y'all stay in the mission. T7M on YouTube and SoundCloud. Follow me on Twitter as well at 7 Mitchell. Before we get out of here, man, last but not least, we want to take things to the NFL. I want to talk about must-sign free agents. I want to go through every team in the NFL this week and next week, KB. I want to break it down by division and try to figure out one specific free agent that will really be a good look for that particular team, I want to start off with the NFC East and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I think that Dallas, they need some weapons for that. So if you ask me, I'm going with a wideout, and I'm going with Golden Tate from the Eagles. Who should Dallas sign, in your opinion?
I see that.
You see that?
I see that. I agree with that.
What about Philly?
Yeah, because I'm looking at the list right now. Man, Philly should worry about what they're going to do. Philly got a quarterback situation. Philly got to
Wait a minute.
Worry about that.
What's
And
that quarterback situation? Because Foles is out of here.
Huh?
Foles is out of here. You don't believe in Carson
they
Wentz?
said he's signing with Jacksonville.
So what, you don't believe in Carson Wentz?
Man, Mr. Glass, nah.
Wow.
2 career-threatening injuries, 2 back-to-back seasons. Torn ACL, and now a ruptured disc in his back. You got to worry about durability. So you might want to look at somebody in that draft. I wouldn't say free agency, but in the draft, maybe. Because there's no quarterbacks in the top 10. And there's no wide receivers in the top 10. On the top 10 list, well, it's only a top 9 now since the Cowboys franchised DeMarcus Lawrence yesterday, and he threatened to hold out.
Right.
The top 9 is Jadeveon Clowney, Grady Jarrett, Earl Thomas, Landon Collins, Tevin Coleman, Frank Clark, Trey Flowers, Le'Veon Bell, and D Ford.
Philly don't have a lot of money.
Official list.
You got to keep that in mind. Philly doesn't have a lot of money, but I do think that they do need a wide receiver. I would go with Chris Conley from the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I mean? Because you clearly last year Philly.
Yeah, because I think
the Eagles.
The Chiefs are done with him.
The Eagles
anyway.
clearly last year missed Torrey Smith's his field stretching ability, that speed that he has. So Chris Conley, I think he would come in cheap, but he's fast. I think that would work for Philly at wideout. What about the Giants? Well, no, I'll get to the Giants last. What about the Washington Redskins? What do you think the Redskins should be doing? What one free agent could really make things happen for Washington going into the next season?
I mean, the Redskins have Alex Smith's career may be over, so they have to get a quarterback off the break. They have to.
Tyrod?
They need a quarterback. That's what it's looking like. That's probably the best bet. So, because he's let me see, is he best available?
I think their best bet is to go in the draft. They should go in the draft, but I think getting Tyrod.
Yeah, that's
Tyrod
what
will
I
help.
was going to say. He'd either start for a few games or just be a backup.
Yeah, but I think having him as a security blanket, period, because at the end of the day, he needs to play football. He's going to want to play somewhere. So, I like Tyrod.
Yeah, but... And you said Giants. I think Giants should draft Dwayne Haskins from Ohio State.
But I'm saying as far as free agents, give me a free agent that would help the Giants on one side of the football, whether it's the offense or the defense. The Giants.
Frank Clark.
Who?
Off the break, Frank Clark for Seahawks.
Position? What position Frank
Off
play?
the break.
Who's Frank Clark? I'm lost. Who's he?
Linebacker for the Seahawks.
Okay, so you're going with defense.
Play next to Bobby Wagner. They need defense. They need somebody because the Giants. They need to re-sign Landon Collins because they need to re-up their secondary because they was getting cooked last year. So and then they need to be able to stop the run, and they just got to redo their whole defense. Their offense, they're set. They're damn near set. They got Saquon Barkley and Odell. All they have to, and then they already kind of said they was going to draft Haskins anyway. So that's who they were looking at getting to replace Eli. And on the offensive side of the ball, they're all right. They got a decent tight end. They got Odell.
No, KB. We're not today. Not today are we going to sit here.
And they got Shepard.
We're not going to sit here and say that the Giants are good on offense. No, they're not. That offensive line is
Yes, they
terrible.
are.
That offensive line is the worst line in the
their offensive
NFL.
line is terrible.
Eli Manning is done.
Their line is terrible. But
You're not
but
going to
that
tell.
skill
Hold up.
player,
You're not
their-
going to
their
tell me that
skill-
Haskins is going to come in here with Saquon and OBJ and make that big of an impact. The Giants need to go hard. They need a quarterback.
Not without the O-line, yeah.
They need a quarterback. The
Their
Giants
skill-
need a
I'm saying
lot.
Their skill positions are elite, though. Their skill positions are
Not
elite.
at quarterback.
You can't deny that.
Not at quarterback. I can deny that. Not at quarterback. I say go for
Eli's
for Nick
large.
Foles. Go hard for Nick Foles. If you can't get that done, then I like your move on defense. I was gonna go with C.J. Mosley from my Ravens. I don't want to lose him, but I think defensively the Giants, if they could build something on that side of the football, they should be good. I mean, Eli is a proven winner.
Reports say that Foles is signing with the Jags though. By next week, they said Foles to Jags. That's what they talking about.
Yeah, but it ain't a done deal, and New York got big money, and this is New York. So I mean, if they want in, I'm pretty sure Nick Foles would give him a listen, or give him an ear out. Jacksonville not that lit.
Magic gonna work everywhere though.
I don't think it's gonna work in
everywhere.
Jacksonville. I don't think it's gonna work in Jacksonville, but I think he deserves the shot.
I think he gonna flame out. To be honest with you, I think that. He had his good run in Philly, you know what I'm saying? But I think he only gonna be good in Philly. Sometimes it don't work other places. We seen that happen too before. Certain quarterbacks, they good with one team, then they go somewhere else and it just don't work out no more.
No doubt. All right, man, we about to get up out of here, man. T7M Radio, man. We're going to lock into on Thursday. We're going to get into another division. I say we take it to the AFC on Thursday. We're going to lock into the AFC North. What one NFL free agent must each of the teams in the AFC North have, man? We're going to get into that and a couple other dope topics here on the Best of 7 Sports Talk, Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern, man. Make sure y'all do not miss it, man. 516-666-8432, man. Shout out to my guy, KB. KB, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out 7, man. Appreciate you again for this opportunity, and happy belated to my mother. Yesterday was her birthday.
Oh, happy belated to Mom Dukes, man. No doubt. Everybody in your family we got back-to-back birthdays. Then just the little man had one.
It's crazy.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hitting your pockets. That's what's up, man.
But people are seeing more years, man. That's the best part.
That's all that count, man. No doubt. Well, salute to everybody out there, man. You are now rocking with the best. This is the Best of 7 Sports Talk. 7 Mitchell KB about to get up out of here. We'll see you guys on Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern, man. Y'all stay safe.